But this one is, the project is different. This one was introduced to them a couple of years ago, before 2012. It was quite an authentic task, okay? Because for us, okay, 2012 was a really important year because we switched from a 3-year undergrad program to 4 years. So we actually expanded our university, okay, the space, particular space. So we asked the students, the civil engineering students, to think about, okay, what we can do to expand the space. So they need to come up with a building, okay, not to build a building, but they design a building, okay. They have to do really site investigation. They really have to go to a particular place. I think you have to demolish a particular building and then rebuild a new one or whatever. It's really up to them how they design the whole building. But they really have to do site investigation, and they have to come back to report their findings. It's an English class, okay, but they have to do that. They have to come back. Again, they can consult their teacher, the teacher. Just want to show you this. They have to write a proposal, and they have to draw diagrams. Okay, so these are the graphics that I found from their report. So they have to use, okay, I don't know whether they use any software, okay, to design or to come up with diagrams like this. They need to write, okay, the proposal, okay, justifying, for example, the choice of the materials. One thing is that the language teacher, okay, for us, okay, I emphasize a lot on this course is the justification, okay, justifications of, for example, the sites, okay, where you put up the place, okay, justification of the construction materials, okay, so why you use, I think they say reinforced concrete rather than using steel, tempered glass or whatever, okay, so they need to justify, they need to make use of the knowledge that they learn from the content course, okay, and then put that in a proposal. Of course, for us, okay, it's not really our concern to judge the accuracy of the content, whether they should use reinforced concrete or instead of steel. This is not really our concern. Our concern is the language used. So as long as they can justify and use the pattern of language, okay, in their writing, that's fine with us. Okay. Of this one, we didn't ask the content teachers to co-assess, but I mean, this can be part of a collaboration. If we want to invite the content teachers, okay, to come and co-assess this one, because this is again a first year course. In the second year course in the civil engineering department, they have a very similar project. Okay, they're very similar projects, but that one also involved the people from the industry. Okay, to come to co-assess. They also invite us to co-assess, not the report, but the presentation. So we give them some, give them a grade on the presentation skills. Okay, so that will be collaboration. But that one was even more authentic than this one. But this one prepares them well. Okay, because we teach them how to justify their choices. Justify the choices. This is part of the proposal. So they have to write things like construction process. Okay, so clearance and site modification. The trees on the site will be cleared before construction commences. So we teach them. For us, the language teacher, we focus a lot on, for example, the use of future tense in writing the proposal. Future tense. Okay, sometimes we can use passive voice a lot. And modification to this site include enhancing the underground condition and covering the site with strong construction blankets. Okay, and then bearing pipes will be used for foundation. The pipes will be made of precast concrete, which is stable and relatively economical. What I'm concerned about would be this: whether they mention all these things, okay, the benefits, okay, of using this particular materials, okay, stable and relatively economical. Whether it's true, I don't know, but I need to see this in their report, in the proposal. 4 supporting pipe each of 10 meters, okay, in length. Okay, we teach them how to describe dimensions. In addition to using, for example, 10 meters long, there are other alternative way of expressing dimension. Because for them, okay, especially for civil engineering students, they need to be able to articulate, okay, the language of dimensions very well. I mean, for them, it's very important. So we look at what kind of language that they need to use. They must need, okay, in their profession, in their academic work. We emphasize a lot in my course. Okay, 10 meters in length will be driven down to the ground, okay, by this mechanical hammers, whatever. Each part will be capable of withstanding a compressive stress of 30 kilopascal. At the same time, however, will be taken as the safety factor. Okay. Although I'm not a civil engineering professional, but I can look at the language and, okay, comment on the language, okay, quite easily. Although I can say the civil engineering one, this one is more technical than the one, the electrical one. To me, I mean, this one is quite technical, especially when they talk about the construction process. Okay, a lot of technical terms. Okay, but as I said, I won't lie to them. I won't say I understand civil engineering, okay, everything, but I will say I can comment on your the logic, the organization, okay, and all that. And of course, over the years, okay, I keep seeing the same kind of mistakes students make, okay, and I keep seeing, okay, the similar kind of language patterns. Okay, for me, it's a kind of professional development as well. Okay. So that's why I learned a bit, okay, about civil engineering and construction procedures, okay, process. So this is the linguistic output, okay? So this is civil engineering example. So they need to come up with the proposal, and they also need to.
Sorry for the interruption, may I ask, what's this developed by your center?
The center together with the electrical engineering faculty members.
And this will regularly revise?
We no longer have this course. Okay, it was a couple of years ago. This, well, now, the one that we have now is even more technical, more content-based. I was just talking to some of the colleagues here. We actually move on from, okay, we call it English across the curriculum. We already move on to, we call it the academic literacy. So now, I'll use the engineering faculty as an example. We develop courses to help the students with completing the assignment of their content course. So what we do, okay, let me give you a show this. Good question. Again, this is the directive from the senior management, how we should design our courses. If you go to our homepage, or you can look at all our courses. So for Faculty of Engineering, we have Technical English for IMSc, Medical and Civil Engineering, Electrical and Electronic Engineering. So what we do is, when we designed these courses a couple of years ago, we need to ask the department, okay, for example, the Department of Civil Engineering, to identify a course which is language rich. Okay, so for them, they identify the final year projects, okay, as the course that will go with the English course that we teach the students. So they need to identify just one course, okay, one course. So they do the final year project because the students have to write reports, and also they have to write, they have to do a presentation. Okay, I don't know what projects that they do. Okay, but they have to do that. So our course designed around that particular content course. So it says it will run alongside civil engineering core project courses. So they have to tell us, okay, the faculty members or the coordinator of the final year project course will tell us, okay, the requirements, okay, the requirements of the final year project, and we design, okay, our course, okay, to fit their requirements, So they ask the students to write final year project reports, so that may include introduction, okay, they need to justify their choices, so we design a course to help them, to help the students complete the course. So the students can really see the relevance, okay, of taking our course. Of course, there's some logistical problem, so that means there's a co-requisite. So the students can only take our course if they take the course, the final year project course, in the same semester. Okay, because all our courses is only one semester. Okay, so if they take the final year project in the second semester, okay, but for us, okay, the course, the English course in the first semester, they cannot take our course. So they must take the final year project course, okay, together with the English course. All the writing that they have to do for their course will be also for us. Okay, so we actually help them. So we look at what they have to write for the final year project, okay, and then give them feedback. Okay, I mean, for the students, okay, it's kind of good things because you submit one assignment for two courses. Well, that's, of course, there may be some logistical implication, but this is what we do. We also, we do a lot of these things. You can see we have technical English for medical engineering. They have to come up with a device. Okay, device. I kind of remember what kind of device that they do, and then do a product demonstration, and to write a report about it. Electrical, I think they also have to do, yes, technical demonstration graphs of discipline specific, yeah. Similar. In our course, we also teach them, for example, they have to use a particular kind of citation method. Okay, I mean for humanities we use APA or NLA a lot, but for the electrical they use IEEE and what? Yes. So we actually have to learn how to use IEEE and then teach the students how to use IEEE. So we really get into the content, okay, to know the requirements. We spend a lot of time developing these courses. Yes, I think maybe 5 or 6 years. Yes, those courses, the book that I show you, no longer exist anymore. Okay, because the new Vice Chancellor said, okay, we need to make this academic literacy work. Okay, the faculty members need to work with the English teachers. That's why we need to redesign. These are all newly designed. We are given, I think, maybe 4 years to develop 30 new courses. 30. Okay, so these are all new. So English for clinical pharmacy, it's a nursing student for biomedical science, and all that. So these are all new courses, and we keep revising. These courses. Okay, so that's what we do.
So, may I interrupt again? It looks like, let me wonder, how large is your
unit
center staff size?
We have
50-some people, or
we have 47 full-time staff, full-time teachers. Well, but then we teach the whole university. I mean, the university students. Yes, every year. Well, remember, we teach not only undergrad, we teach postgrad as well. All the PhD and MPhil students have to take our thesis writing course. So every year we teach around 9,000 students. Yes. For each course, like this one is not particularly large. Okay, the civil engineering one, maybe 200 students. Okay, 200 students. But for other other courses maybe have 500 students, okay, taking the same course, So yeah, we have a large unit, okay, because we serve the whole university, okay, And we have our own MA, we have our own PhD programs. There are lots of things going on. Okay, so the last thing, okay, before the break is, well, it's quite related to what I mentioned before the lunch, before lunch. The use of concordances, corpus. We also have this exercise, okay, or this task, and encourage students' participation, peer teaching. Okay, don't think it's a very complicated thing. It's very straightforward, very simple. We ask the students to make use of the corpus, to just look at the using of one word, one discipline-specific word. Okay, we encourage them to use monolingual dictionaries. Don't use the bilingual one. Okay, look at the examples, the English dictionaries, the corpus line, and analyze the language used by themselves. It's a very simple template that we ask them to do. Let me give you this first. This is what we ask them to do. We provide a list of words, okay, to all students. So each student pick just one word, okay, one word, and then we ask them to use a particular corpus. Okay, for example, the law corpus, or if you want them to use the financial corpus, okay, use financial corpus. Just write down the meaning, okay, some examples, the things, the verbs, the nouns that go with that particular vocabulary, adjective and adverbs, and common usage, examples. We allocate, I think, maybe 15 minutes, okay, each session, okay, maybe invite 2 to 3 students to come to talk about one vocabulary, okay. So if you think, okay, I know you have 18 weeks, right? You've got 3 students every week, then 54 students, okay, talking about vocabulary. Okay, I don't allow them to choose the same word. They have to choose a different word, okay. Peer teaching, okay. So that gives them the confidence, okay, in speaking. I mean, I think we allocated maybe 5%, okay, of the overall assessment. Okay, to this one, okay, it's simple. It won't take too much the time of students, and for you don't have to speak for the whole session. Okay, to ask students, okay, to talk about a particular vocabulary. So it's good for the students. It's good for you. Okay, that's good for you. So I just highlight how we can do this. Okay, so provide a list of discipline-specific words, not general English words. Okay, discipline-specific. Think about in your context. Okay, so earlier on, mechatronics. Okay, you can do that one, or other words. Okay, provide a list of words, and then ask them to choose. So they decide at the beginning of the semester which word you are going to look up from the corpus. And then direct them to the relevant corpus. I introduce you to a set of professional corpus or corpora. And then explain a little bit about how to do corpus searches. Okay, it shouldn't be that difficult. And then allocate 15 to 20 minutes, for this task every week. Okay, could be 2 students, 10 minutes each, or maybe 3 students, 5 minutes each. Okay, it's really up to you how to arrange this. But this is really useful. Okay, students will feel that they participate, and it's not really much, much work, for them. But then gives them, a chance to speak in English in front of the class. If you don't do it, or if you want to do it, small group, that's fine, peer teaching. But we ask them to just come up with, okay, maybe a couple of slides, okay, PowerPoint slides. Okay, I think we said no more than 10 slides, okay, no more than 10 slides, and then present that vocabulary. So after the whole semester, you have a lot, okay, of things, okay. Maybe for next year students, if you have got, okay, the PowerPoints and also their explanations, okay, then that would be good. You can even videotape, okay, their presentations and how they talk about these words. So I think these are some of the ways, okay, that you can engage students in learning, okay, English, learning the content, okay, through the medium of English, okay. So, but of course, I would think the project one will be more interesting, and this one, you don't necessarily have to do it, ask them to do it individually. You can ask them to pair up with someone, okay, to work together, collaborative learning. Okay, so I'm going to stop here. I think there's a short break, right? Short break. Okay, after the break, then I will talk about delivery. Okay, class instructions, okay, and delivery.